Okay, I see we have good quorum today. Just waiting for 1 or 2 people to join. People who are not there for last session, I hope you guys watched the videos. Because this networking, the whole topic, it's correlated with each other. So if you miss the first one, you may not understand this one. Okay, I'm still waiting for others to join, guys. Now, do you guys have any questions meanwhile on whatever we have covered till now? While others are joining, we can utilize this time to discuss your doubts or something. The question is only for people who attended the session or who watched the recording and practice, and then you are facing a problem. People who did not attend the session or did not watch the recording, go ahead and watch it once. Once you watch it, you will understand many things, and still if you have any doubt, we can talk about them. Yes guys, so any doubt?
एक्चुअली सैटरडे का जो प्रैक्टिकल था उसमें मैंने ट्राई किया है लेकिन आरडीपी टूल कनेक्शन नहीं हो रहा था मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ आई टू बोथ प्राइवेट आईपीस
Yes, obviously. How will you take RDP then? Normally, how do we take RDP? Which IP do we use?
आरडीपी ओनली पब्लिक आईपीस
Yes.
अच्छा
As of now, for this training, normally private IP से ही होगा.
अच्छा
But यहाँ पर हम लोग, because आप जिस account से ये कर रहे हो ना, login करते हो, account as in जिस laptop से, that laptop is in some different network, right? And आपका Azure का जो machine है, that is in different network. वो दोनों अलग-अलग private network है. तो वो वैसे काम नहीं करेगा. Then you will require कि उनमें से कोई एक तो public पे हो, कहीं पर एक router वगैरह हो, right? So at your end, you have your home router. मतलब though you are sitting on a private IP, but आपके पास netting करने के लिए जो the one which we have seen, network address translation, NAT, right? Netting करने के लिए जो आपके पास option है, you still have that because you guys have router at home. But Azure पे netting कोई हो नहीं रहा है. तो Azure पे either you required to set up netting, पूरा netting को set up करो, और simplest way कि वहां पे एक उस resource को directly public IP दे दो. For example, if you are using google.com or facebook.com or youtube.com from your computer, वहां पे आप प्राइवेट से जा रहे हो तो आपके एंड पे नेटिंग होना जरूरी है. बट youtube.com एंड facebook.com दे आर ऑलरेडी सेटिंग ऑन अ पब्लिक आईपी, तो वहां पे नेटिंग की जरूरत नहीं है. आई होप यू आर गेटिंग द पॉइंट, राइट? इसलिए either we'll have to set up the network and netting and everything on the portal as well, or we'll have to you know, do this connect using public IP. Is it clear?
यस
So if you use private IP on your machines, you will not be able to take remote unless we have set up the netting on Azure, which we are going to do not today, but it is a part of Azure. We will definitely will have a practical where you will take RDP of Azure machine using the private IP from your machine. We'll do that. Yes, guys. Any other issues anyone has?
Yes, Sohail.
Yes.
हेलो या सोहेल, मैंने जब आरडीपी कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश की तो मुझे जस्ट इन टाइम का इश्यू आ गया.
Sorry, what was the issue? क्या error था?
जस्ट इन टाइम.
I think some of you have already figured that out, right? We faced this issue initially also. Anyone remember that? Who got that error? Just in time wala? Yes guys, yes, no, maybe. You do not keep forgetting old issues. Who was it? Was it Joseph? Was it Anisa? Who got this just in time wala error?
Just in time.
Yes, so one of you definitely got, and I troubleshoot with that person. Okay, let it be. Nazrin will do that later. It's not a common error, though it's not a big error or something. It's a very small thing which you have missed while creating the machine. I'll let you know that later. Doesn't make any sense we discuss it here because वो वैसे production environment कभी नहीं आएगा. It's very silly mistake. So let's not discuss that here. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yes,
if
guys.
you can
Anyone else?
send the screenshot in the chat.
No, not required. Not required. Joseph, let it be.
Okay.
वो
Okay,
नहीं, production
okay.
environment में कभी नहीं आता है वो error because that is something. Yes, Aryan, a minute. वो production environment में क्यों नहीं आएगा? वो policy से हमेशा cover होगा. इट इज एज गुड एज के मैं प्रोडक्शन एनवायरनमेंट में पॉलिसी है मेरी कि कोई मशीन बनना ही नहीं चाहिए विद पब्लिक आईपी। तो इफ देयर इज अ पॉलिसी,
Okay.
देयर इज नो वे यू कैन क्रिएट अ मशीन विद पब्लिक आईपी। उसी तरह से ये जो एरर है ना, वो कभी होगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि इसको प्रिवेंट किया जाता है ऑलरेडी विद पॉलिसीज। और इतनी बेसिक पॉलिसी कि हमेशा हर जगह होती है। तो लेट्स डोंट वरी अबाउट इट। यस, सॉरी
Okay.
रेयान, यू आर सेइंग समथिंग।
यस, मैं जब सबनेट ये ले रहा था ना आईपी एड्रेस इसके लिए, वीनेट के लिए, तो लास्ट मैं चेक किया कितने आईपी ले सकते हैं, तो उसमें 11 डॉट भी आ रहा था, तो वो पब्लिक आईपी रहा ना?
11 का सीरीज आ रहा था।
हाँ, 11 का सीरीज आ रहा था।
एंड वर यू एबल टू क्रिएट इट?
नो, आई जस्ट चेक लाइक हाउ
हाँ,
मेनी
वो वैसे
आईपी
आ
आई
जाएगा,
कैन।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, बाद में एरर देगा वो।
अच्छा,
और आता भी है,
तो मैं
मे बी even if you take that, it doesn't make sense at all. Why? See, if you use that,
यस,
somehow you manage to use that, but that is a public IP. कहीं और किसी और रिसोर्स पे वो यूटिलाइज हो रहा है। एंड लेटर ऑन कोई ऐसा ये हो जाता है कि आपको आपकी मशीन से उस वेबसाइट को एक्सेस करना है या कुछ करना है, तो वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो जाएगा। सो इवन इफ दैट इज अलाउइंग, वी विल नेवर डू दैट। वी विल स्टिक टू प्राइवेट आईपीज। क्यों? क्योंकि जो प्राइवेट आईपीज आपको अलॉट किए है ना, they make sure the organization which takes care of IP and everything, it is called INR, that is a full form, that it's an abbreviation, you can search about it, who does that. So that organization makes sure कि public में जब IP बांटा जा रहा है ना, public IP, तो ये private range में से ना जाए। So if you start utilizing public वाले को भी आपके इसमें, then there will be a conflict and then they will not be responsible for this. आपका app down हो सकता है, चलेगा नहीं, could be anything, right? So we'll never do that. Yes guys, any other doubts anyone has?
सोहेल, वीनेट पेयरिंग में दो वर्चुअल नेटवर्क्स क्रिएट होने के बाद दोनों का कनेक्शंस मुझे थोड़ा सा स्टेप्स
आज
प्रॉपर
आज फिर
नहीं
से
याद।
आज फिर से हो जाएगा वो, डोंट वरी। आई मीन नॉट द एग्जैक्ट वीनेट पेयरिंग, बट उसमें एक और चीज थी जिसमें वीनेट पेयरिंग आपको फिर भी दिख ही जाएगा।
हाउ टू कनेक्ट देम, बोथ
हाँ,
द
वो
वीनेट्स
हो जाएगा
कनेक्शन।
आज।
हाँ,
आज किस में
ठीक।
फिर से हो जाएगा। Yes guys, anyone else has any doubt, any questions? If not, then let's proceed. Many of you shared the screenshot. You guys worked well on that. Hardly I saw some error या कहीं पर ping हो रहा है, तो वैसे ही आपको आपका proof of concept वैसे ही मिल गया। Even I don't have to check that, but I asked you to send screenshot because sometimes uh, it happens that you will ping your own machine and you'll think अच्छा ये ping तो कर रही है, and it happened here also in one of the practicals, right? So it happens, that is the reason I asked you to share the screenshot. Otherwise जैसे ही अगर दो अलग अलग VNet के IPs एक दूसरे से ping कर रहे हैं, तो आपको अपना आंसर मिल गया आपको, that you have done the practical correctly, but still we'll follow this trend where you guys share the screenshot and I'll check that once. Okay, I hope so all these questions and everything it's clear to you, that a private resource can communicate with public IP. Can a public IP communicate with public IP? Can resources within same VNet communicate with other VNet, right? I hope you are clear with this now. This is basic for you. So is this clear to everyone? Any doubt, any questions here?
क्लियर।
Yes guys, anyone else who has any doubt here? We have good quorum today. I see 24 people, and if you guys have any doubt or anything, please let me know. If not, then we'll proceed and we'll pick up the next topic. Anyone else guys has any doubt? Okay, I'll consider that as a no and let's get started. I'll quickly revise that what we have been doing till now in terms of networking, not all topics. So we talked about networking, we talked about VNet, we talked about subnets, we talked about how network communication happens, etc. We saw all that. We saw how to break the network, what is classful IP, what is classless IP, what are the classes, and we have seen everything. So after this, what we saw with the basic nature. What is the basic nature of your this one? What you say? Basic nature of your VNet. How does it work? So basic nature is that VNets, they do not communicate with each other by default. Subnets, they communicate with each other by default. So next thing we saw that if there is they do not speak by default to VNet, they do not speak by default. But what if you want them to communicate? And when I said VNet communication, literally two VNets are not talking to each other. Okay, the resources within those VNet, they will talk to each other. When I say talk to each other, it means it could be taking remote, it could be sharing file, it could be a file share, it could be anything, right? Okay, so if there is a business requirement for virtual networks to talk to each other, then what needs to be done? So we learned about VNet peering. Let me open the paint. And guys, one more request: when the class is started, please do not ask doubts on WhatsApp. It even I loses the focus here. तो फर्स्ट सेशन कई बार मैंने सुना है फर्स्ट सेशन में ऐसे हो रहा है that we are not able to do it properly. I mean, delivering from my side, that's not being done properly. Why it happens? Because simultaneously I'm getting messages on WhatsApp here that I am not getting this, I'm not getting that. So if you guys have any doubt, unmute yourself and ask here. You're free to do that, or wait for the class. Approach me prior to class, after class. And prior to class, don't just do that 10 minutes prior to class. I've told you I give task and homework at Saturday and Sunday, so you have whole week. Approach me. If I don't reply immediately, but I will reply, I'll get back to you eventually. We do that. But when the class is being done here, when we are conducting sessions, and if you ask me on WhatsApp, then it is a bit confusing for you and for me and for everyone. So let's not do that. Let's avoid that. Okay, so we discussed about VNet peering, etc. I'll quickly revise it for you guys, whatever we have done till here. Let's say the red line is representing your subscription, black line is representing your virtual network. Here it doesn't matter which resource group you are in, hence I'm not drawing the resource group. Whether they are in same resource group or different resource group, it doesn't matter at all. Can two VNets communicate with each other irrespective of the resource group? Let's say they are in different resource group. Can they talk to each other, VNet 1 and VNet 2?
Yes.
No.
Whoever said yes, guys, please, you have to read a lot. VNets cannot communicate with each other irrespective of their resource group. Whoever said yes,
So
yes, answer was
resources,
correct.
yes.
No, even resources. Can resources within these VNets can talk to each other? It is not always a
That is
trick
also
question, guys. When I'm saying VNet, मेरा मतलब VNet के resources ही थे. I was not going to that trick level के नहीं VNet are not communicating, resources are communicating. No, that wasn't the intention. When I asked resource, can VNet talk to each other, I meant resources, and yes is an incorrect answer. Resources cannot talk to each other in different VNet. And I told you, whenever your interviewer is asking, that default nature is implied in that. I know that they can talk to each other once the peering is done, but whenever the question is coming, they're talking about their default nature. It is implied in the question. So when I say that can these two network communicate with each other, answer is no. If you want to elaborate and give a better answer and outstanding from other candidates, yes, you can do that. That the default nature, by default nature of VNet, they cannot communicate with each other. However, if there is a business requirement or technical requirement, anything, we can achieve that using VNet peering. You can do that, but the answer is still no, right? So VNets cannot talk to each other irrespective of their resource group or region also. Now let's say that this is in East US and this is in West US, or let's say Central India. Will they talk to each other? Can they talk to each other?
no.
No. One thing, can these two be in same resource group? I just need to check your understanding, guys.
No.
Yeah, looking for more answers. Whoever answered no, apart from that. Can these be in same resource group?
No.
No. No.
Okay, I see people are going with majority, and sometimes that is not at all
Yes,
good
they
idea.
can.
Of course they
Yes.
can.
Yes, they can.
Guys, did you not create a machine in East US where your resource group was, you don't even know where your resource group was. You have created a machine in Central India. We have created a machine in West US. We have created a machine in East US too. So resource group has nothing to do. It will have no limitation on that. Resource group एक सिर्फ logical boundary है. It can be in any region, and then you can create multiple resources in that resource group from multiple regions. You can create a VNet from East US where the resource group it's in Central India. You can create a machine in Central India where the resource group it is in East US. I mean, this is very basic thing. You all have your resource group. Go ahead and practice that once. Go ahead and check where your resource group is. Let me open. Let's open the portal. Go ahead and check your resource group. And these are very basic questions, guys. If you are not able to clear these, or if you are not able to answer this properly, then interviewer is definitely not going to give you a chance. Very basic and simple question is this. Now look at this. Under this subscription, I have these many resource groups. These many resource groups I have. Now if I go to this resource group, where is it? By the way, where is this resource group? Which region?
East US.
Central India.
Central India. Central India.
Okay, whoever answered East US, I'm just assuming he was just misread it. But I hope you
Yes.
guys understand, right? This is the location part.
Mhm.
That is fine. This kind of error, it's okay. As far as your understanding, it's fine. So this is the location. This is the region we are talking about. So this one is in Central India region. Now, I've kept my machines also in Central India, but does that mean that I cannot have anything here which is not in Central India? No, that is incorrect. I can definitely have, if I want, I can create another machine which can be in any region, wherever I want. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now, using VNet peering, can I connect these two virtual networks?
Yes.
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 What kind of VNet peering do I need for this?
Global.
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 Yes.
What do you mean by
Global.
local VNet peering then?
Local
With
Same
the
region.
same region.
Within the same region.
Same region.
Same region what? So resource group?
VNet.
Virtual networks.
Yeah, guys, this is the reason I have told you never answer in one word or
One word.
phrases. Do not do that, right? You always construct your sentence. I understand that you may find this silly. Care आपको पता है तो we are talking about VNet. Your interviewer may not do that. Why? Because your interviewer will think that you are doing it right here, right now. You will do the same thing in front of my client, and maybe the client is not tech savvy. Client who's coming from banking domain, is coming from insurance domain, they don't know that you're talking about it is not implied and it is not obvious. When you are talking in an interview, it is nothing is implied and nothing is obvious when it is coming from you. From interviewer point of view, many things are obvious. For example, if I'm asking again, can VNets talk to each other? So the default word, he did not use it, but it is implied. Now migration, whenever we start migration topic, migration आप Azure का एक machine यहाँ से वहाँ कर दो ना, उसको भी migration बोलते हैं. But whenever an interviewer is asking a question about migration, it is implied that he or she is referring to a migration from on-prem to Azure. किसी को भी ये जानने में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है कि आपने Azure से Azure में माइग्रेशन किया है, बहुत ही छोटा टास्क है वो 2 या 4 क्लिक का. But your interviewer is not going to explain it. Okay, have you done a migration from on-prem to? कोई अच्छा इंटरव्यूअर होगा करेगा भी, ठीक है, but they will not do it. जब भी इंटरव्यूअर से आ रहा है तो it is there are things which are implied, there are few things which you have to understand. If you don't understand, you have to speak and ask. But when you are giving answers, ये बिल्कुल मत समझना कि ये तो बेसिक चीज थी वो समझ जाएगा, ये तो implied ही था उसमें. No, that is not the case. You have to be very explicit about it, and you have to mention each and everything. Even if it is a click, a single click, you have to mention that. You have to right click on that, then you get an option to properties. Under properties you get option of advanced. That is how your interview will get clear for sure, guys. High level pe bataoge, that is not going to help, because your interviewer doesn't have an option to give you the portal and ask you to create or do the VNet pairing. The only way he has or she has to evaluate you is just to ask and probe. and then he or she will say that how many times have you done it, because if you have done it multiple times you will remember most of the options. एक आधा option यहाँ वहाँ हो जाता है, it's okay, right? So make sure that whenever you answer it properly. That when I say what is a local VNet peering, so don't just say that they should be in same region. What do you mean by they should be in same region? Do you mean by that one VNet and one resource group, another VNet, another resource group, they should be in same region? Like if these were in different resource groups, let's say, so East US VNet should be in East US resource group, Central India VNet should be in Central India resource group. Did you mean this when you said same? ये confusion नहीं होना चाहिए. Though interviewer is a technical guy, they understand it, but that is not the way they are going to evaluate you. उनको clear and concise चाहिए. So you mention clearly that because what is a local VNet peering? When both virtual machines or multiple virtual network or multiple virtual network, if they are in same region and if we do the peering, that is your local VNet peering. What is global VNet peering? Same thing, same चीज को repeat कर देना बस, instead of same region if VNets are in different region. Is it clear guys to everyone?
Yes.
तो ये हमने देखा, इसका प्रैक्टिकल हमने देखा, इसका थ्योरी हमने देखा. Most of you have got it. Only one, I think Zareen told me that she has not got it. Others did not say anything, so I'm considering you guys have got it, right? So we saw the practical already. We are not doing this practical again, but that will be covered in next practical. What your question was that VNet peering नहीं समझ में आया, वो next practical में cover हो जाएगा. Let me put that scenario in front of you now. Now ये एक सब्सक्रिप्शन, दो रिसोर्स ग्रुप, दो रीजन वगैरह सब कुछ आपके समझ में आ गया. दिस इज वेरी क्लियर, राइट गाइस?
यस.
इट्स ऑलमोस्ट रिपीटेशन. मैं कल लास्ट सेशन को ही रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, बट इतना ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है ना वीनेट और होल नेटवर्किंग कि आई कैन नॉट से कि चलो छोड़ो यार इसको भूल जाओ या याद कर लो. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. ट्रिक क्वेश्चंस विल बी देयर, सिनेरियो बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस विल बी देयर. तो अगर इस पे हमारे 6-7 सेशन भी लग जाते हैं, आई एम रेडी टू स्पेंड, क्योंकि यहीं पे आपके इंटरव्यू के रिजेक्शन बहुत सारे हो जाएंगे. एंड इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड नेटवर्किंग, आपको माइग्रेशन नहीं समझ में आएगा. और किसी इंटरव्यू से नेटवर्किंग और माइग्रेशन के मार्क्स कम कर दो किसी कैंडिडेट के, ट्रस्ट में वो वैसे ही रिजेक्टेड है. कंप्यूट में स्टिल फाइन. इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू रिसाइज मशीन, आई ऑनबोर्ड यू, आई टेल यू. छोटा सा टास्क है, इसको नेटवर्किंग काफी अच्छे से आता है, जस्ट ऑनबोर्ड हिम. रिसाइजिंग हम सिखा देंगे, बट यू नो इट वेरी वेल रिसाइज वगैरह कैसे करना, बट यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द नेटवर्किंग, आई एम नॉट हायरिंग यू. Okay, so ये हो गया एक सिनेरियो, ये हो गया आप लोगों का एक क्वेश्चन. नाउ द सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज अंडर सेम टेनेंट. By the way, under same tenant, can I have multiple subscription or I cannot?
Yes, you can.
I can, right?
Yes, you.
Right. So now let's see. I have another subscription here. And I have another VNet here. Irrespective of the region now, guys. Okay, that the same thing will apply. Region कोई भी हो जाता है. It doesn't matter. So still, let's say I say East US 2. And I have VNet A. By default, they're not talking to each other for sure. Is it possible for these two VNets to talk to each other? Not talking about by default. I understand by default they do not talk. Is it possible? Do we have any scope? Do we have any solution? Do we have any service? I want, these two are talking now. I've done the VNet peering. Okay. Now my requirement is, these two should talk to each other. Is it possible? And red line is representing subscription, the outer box that represents the subscription.
This
And I'm
is
saying
possible.
these are in same tenant. Okay, same active directory में है दोनों.
एक्सेस होगा तो आई गेस
Yes, होगा. Yes.
होगा.
Obviously access है. चलो मैं without access आप लोगों को कभी नहीं कुछ बोलूंगा कुछ करने के लिए, right? So access है. So how will I do it? Using what service? Now look at this. This is my UT-Kloud वाला tenant है मेरा, and I have two subscriptions. Now let's say that I have one VNet in this subscription pay as you go, और एक VNet है मेरा UT-Kloud में यहाँ पर. ठीक है, this is the scenario I'm talking about. Okay, so which service will I be using if I want to connect these two VNets?
VNet peering.
Simple. Yes, simple. Exactly वैसे ही होगा. Like we did the VNet, exactly same वैसे होगा, except for one step, which I will show it to you right away. और उसमें then I did not have to do that, but because VNet peering भी कुछ लोगों को शायद अब तक क्लियर नहीं है, तो I will just do the practical again. तो आप लोगों को VNet peering भी फिर से समझ में आएगा. Now VNet peering मैं यहाँ से यहाँ पर करूँ या यहाँ से यहाँ पर करूँ, it's almost same thing except for one step. So let me show that to you. So now let's say that I have one VNet and one machine in VNet 2 Central India, and I have one East US, but this is a different subscription. Let me write it down. It will be easier for you. This is in sorry, UT-Kloud. This is pay as you go, but it is in same Active Directory. Okay, don't get confused, guys. Same Active Directory I'm talking about, and you will see it. जो segregation मैंने आप लोगों को resource group पे बताया है ना कि IT team के लिए एक अलग resource group हो सकता है. There are companies जो पूरे department के लिए अलग subscription भी रख देती है. That is nothing as unusual. बहुत ही common practice है. You will see एक Active Directory में भी single company और उसमें आपको multiple subscription दिखेंगे. Let's say a bank, XYZ बैंक, ABC बैंक, उसमें आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन दिखेंगे मल्टीपल. किस तरह के? मार्केटिंग, सेल्स, अकाउंट्स, इंश्योरेंस, इस तरह के अलग अलग सब्सक्रिप्शन दिखेंगे. सो इट बिकम्स इजियर फॉर देम ऑल्सो कि कहाँ पे आप लोग टेक्नोलॉजी पे कितना पैसा पे कर रहे हो. सब्सक्रिप्शन लेवल पे बिलिंग बहुत ज्यादा इजी हो जाता है. सो देयर इज नथिंग अनयूजुअल व्हेन आई से कि आपके मल्टीपल सब्सक्रिप्शन हो सकते हैं. इनफैक्ट दैट इज नॉर्मल थिंग यू विल सी. एक एक क्लाइंट के लिए आप 6 7 8 सब्सक्रिप्शन देख लोगे आराम से. और ये नहीं होता तो 3 तो बहुत ही पर्टिकुलर होते हैं. इफ योर इंटरव्यू इज आस्किंग यू कि जिस पोर्टल पे आपने काम किया, जिस क्लाइंट के लिए आपने काम किया, कुड यू एक्सप्लेन देयर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, तो या तो आप मल्टीपल सब्सक्रिप्शन बोलो, और नहीं भी बोलोगे ना तो एक सब्सक्रिप्शन कभी मत बोलना. यू विल नेवर एवर सी दैट इन योर लाइव एनवायरनमेंट. लाइव एनवायरनमेंट में मिनिमम व्हाट यू विल सी इज 3 सब्सक्रिप्शन. कैन एनीवन गेस दोस 3 सब्सक्रिप्शंस? नाम क्या होंगे 3 सब्सक्रिप्शन के? नाम और कैटेगरी. नाम तो कुछ भी हो सकते हैं. व्हाट आर दोस कैटेगरीज?
Enterprise agreement.
Enterprise
subscription.
No guys, I'm not talking about the type, not that type.
Management
मैं
subscription, basic
एंटरप्राइज में
subscription.
लूंगा तो सारे एंटरप्राइज ही ले लूंगा, या तो सारे पे एज यू गो लूंगा मैं. दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग. बिलिंग का यही नहीं है. 3 अलग अलग सब्सक्रिप्शन क्यों बना सकता हूं मैं? व्हाई डू यू थिंक आई विल क्रिएट 3 different subscriptions?
Depending on
Only one
Billing.
for management and
development,
safety
testing,
person.
and production.
Yeah, whoever answer this. Test, dev and production. ये बहुत कॉमन चीज है, हमेशा दिखेगी. So whenever they ask, you can also say कि yeah, we do have 3 subscription. One is test, one is development and one is production. Test क्यों है? आप लोगों के लिए, इंजीनियर्स के लिए, कि आपको प्रोडक्शन पे कुछ जाके करना है तो उससे पहले कहाँ पे उसको टेस्ट किया जाएगा. टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट में उसको अच्छे से थॉरोली चेक कर लो. डेवलपमेंट, इट्स फॉर डेवलपमेंट पीपल. उनको भी सर्वर वगैरह लगते हैं, ठीक है, बट उनका एक एनवायरनमेंट अलग बना के दे दिया. सो यू विल कम टू नो कि कितनी बिलिंग उनसे हो रही. प्रोडक्शन तो प्रोडक्शन है जहाँ पे आपके लाइव सर्वर्स, लाइव एप्लीकेशंस वगैरह चल रहे हैं. तो डेव, टेस्ट एंड प्रोडक्शन, और टेस्ट, डेव एंड प्रोडक्शन, ये डेफिनेटली हमेशा चलते रहेगा, ठीक है. बट यू विल सी मल्टीपल सब्सक्रिप्शंस आल्सो, जहाँ पे एक कंपनी में 4-5 सब्सक्रिप्शन, लोकेशन से भी सब्सक्रिप्शन बना देता है कोई कोई. लेट्स से दैट इफ आई हैव ब्रांच इन पुणे, बैंगलोर, दिल्ली, हैदराबाद, लोकेशन के हिसाब से सब्सक्रिप्शन बना दिया मैंने. देयर इज नो टेक्निकल benchmark for this. It's a purely a business decision. किसी भी तरह से हो सकता है. So however you want to explain, you do that. It doesn't matter. कोई इस पे cross question नहीं करेगा. How can your company have 5 subscriptions? Yes, they do have. उनका business requirement वैसा था. But you should know कि definitely होता है. Never say that I have worked, my client had 2000 servers, we had 1 subscription. वो समझ जाएगा कि आपने actual में काम नहीं किया है. एक सब्सक्रिप्शन पे 2000 सर्वर्स कभी नहीं देखोगे आप, क्योंकि वो 2000 में कुछ डेवलपमेंट के होंगे, कुछ टेस्टिंग वाले सर्वर्स हो गए, कुछ प्रोडक्शन हो गए, तो दे विल डेफिनेटली कीप दैट सेपरेट. ओके, सो इन दिस केस वी हैव one, I have one UT-Kloud का मेरा सारा बना हुआ है सेटअप यहाँ पर. So I'll simply use this. This is the machine I'm referring to. The other machine I'll create when we take a break. Only 6 minutes are pending for this session to be over. So I'll turn on this machine. I will log into this one using this IP. And I'll start creating another machine also. Let's do that. This is in UT-Kloud subscription. And I'm creating another one. Is where can you see the subscription, by the way, on this page? That this machine belong to which subscription?
Resource group name.
Subscription is
Resource
mentioned
group.
there.
below location.
Resource group name, yeah,
UT-Kloud.
as of now it's a good answer, but normally you will not see. This is just for our understanding, we keep it. लेकिन normally resource group का नाम ऐसे कभी दिखेगा नहीं. Resource group के नाम से ये नहीं कर पाओगे. Yes, here it is. The subscription वाला ये दिया हुआ है यहाँ पर. So you know which subscription it is a part of. Now I have to create another machine. So let's quickly click on create. Create machine. Subscription I already have in UT-Kloud, so I'll create it. Pay as you go. I can either create a new resource group. I'll create a new resource group. So I'll delete. Otherwise, this is pay as you go, and I get charged on my credit card for this. Okay, and then we'll type a name of virtual machine. So I'll name it as a pay as you go VM. So it will be easier for us to understand PAG or however you want to pronounce it. It's pay as you go. I'm happy with Central India, or what did we decide here? This is already in Central India, so we are going to take it in East US2. So let's go ahead and take East US2. वैसे इन सबसे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, कहीं पर भी आप ले लो, सेटिंग सारी सेम है. Redundancy, I do not want anything. I'm happy with Ubuntu. There I have one Windows machine, but that's okay. There's no restriction that only Windows machine can do Windows machine. Linux and Windows, they do talk to each other. Rest everything is fine. Just one thing I need to take care of. What is that? Who can answer? What mistake? The one which you did. Do we have Fateh in call? I think she's not there. So I'll explain what happened quickly. She created two different machines and everything was good. But what happened? She took the same IP range on both the VNets. तो बाद में पता ही नहीं चल रहा आप एक्चुअली में उसको पिंग कर रहे हो खुद की मशीन को पिंग कर रहे हो. So now in this one, what is my, how will I check कि मेरा एड्रेस रेंज क्या है इस मशीन का? ये मशीन जिस वर्चुअल नेटवर्क पे है उसका एड्रेस स्पेस क्या है? How will I check that?
Network setting.
No. Network setting will take me to machines network. What am I looking for exactly? That will give me the range, but I exactly don't know how much address space कितना यूज हुआ वो नहीं दे रहा है मुझको. ठीक है मैं समझ गया 10 की रेंज का है, A रेंज है, क्लास A का रेंज है, but I'm still not sure. I need the the concrete answer where I can
You can
see.
click on virtual network.
Yes, where is it? Which virtual network this machine belong to? Where can I see that?
Just below the cursor. It's UT-Kloud India VNet.
Virtual network and subnet. So I know this virtual network this machine belongs to. So I'll click on that. I'll go to virtual machine. Where can I see the address space again? ठीक है मिल तो गया मुझको यहाँ पर. And here also address space. If I click, it will tell me that
range and the subnet.
This is the range. And look at this. I already have pairing with some other, I don't know for which VNet it is. Okay. So what will I do here? I'll make sure that in other VNet, I'll take some other IP. Otherwise there shouldn't be any confusion, right? So let's take. Otherwise by default क्या होता था यहाँ पर? If I just create क्या होगा पता है यहाँ पर? By default ये भी 10 का ही ले लेता है. Look at this. And we won't even come to know. So here we'll take something else. Now I'm not asking you guys to give me number etc. because we don't have much time. And I hope this is clear for everyone. So this, let's say this is pay as you go subnet, and I'm using whole range. It's okay. I don't want now as of now I don't want to save anything. Or let's say if I want to keep some IPs for future, maybe I'll keep them. I'm using 128 IPs out of 65,000, but it's okay. As of now we're just creating one machine.
So if we once created the VNets in the same range, can we later on change the IP range?
No, you cannot. इसीलिए नेटवर्किंग बहुत डिटेल में डिजाइन होती है. Okay, only 1 minute is left, guys. While I'm creating this machine, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll ping you guys, or maybe we can join in 5 minutes. I'm sure machine will be ready in 5 minutes. I'll log into both of the machines I'll keep both these things ready, and then I'll show it to you first if they are pinging or not, and if they are not pinging, what needs to be done. As in, we know already VNet peering we have to do, but then we'll do it. Anyone has any doubt?
No.
Okay, so less than a minute is left. Let me stop the session, and we'll start in 5 minutes. Let's say 14:55. I'll see you guys. I'll log into both machines meanwhile. Okay, see you guys in 5 minutes. Bye. Same link.